I'm Brittany Mangold, and I'm here at the Runway Rubbish Fashion Show, where student designers make amazing outfits out of materials that you would normally just recycle.
This is Mary Johnson here at the LaSalle Stewart Center reporting on the town hall meeting tonight, talking about the recent sexual assaults here in the Corvallis community.
And what's better way to honor the recent Corvallis plastic ban? This year, every designer was encouraged to create their garments out of
Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday night edition of the Beaver News. I'm Anna Singer.
And I'm Brooke Chrisler. We're glad you could come join us tonight.
Last night we talked about a recent proposal announced by Governor Kitzhaber that would bring in $242 million in funding for construction projects in college campuses across the state. Now, critics of the new proposal are speaking up about the negative effects it would have on public services. In order to receive funding for these new buildings, OSU's statewide services may have to eliminate 30 faculty positions for the governor's proposed 2013-15 budget. Dan Arp, director of OSU's Agricultural Experiment Station, is one of many arguing against the proposition and said, quote, loss of the positions will mean fewer grant dollars in for the college and less research for Oregon farmers, end quote. Last year, the College of Agricultural Science brought in $51 million in grants and contracts. Now, Arp has concerns regarding this budget cut, because the Agricultural Department will have fewer people to write grant proposals, which will greatly impact the number of dollars they can bring in. In short, lack of funds for the program will result in shortcomings to address the concerns of Oregon farmers.
Last night, the Oregon State Fashion Organization held their annual Recycle Fashion Show. This year's theme was Runaway Rubbish and allowed many students to show off their sense of creativity. The show featured accessories and dresses that were made from recycled bags, metals, cloths, and more. Our own Beaver News reporter Brittany Mangold has a report from last night's show.
Student designers salvaged a range of materials from old air mattresses to mosquito nets in order to create designs for the Runway Rubbish Fashion Show.
I use my designs in a way to escape reality. You know, it's not that I paint my dreams. I paint my realities, my dreams, my nightmares. It's everything in one thing. So that's why I went out there and got 3 designs. I thought it would be kind of cool.
My outfit is made out of Subway coupons, like thrown away, Subway cardboard coupons, and then they're spray painted on.
Lemon bags, newspapers, plastic straws, and Capri Sun wrappers are just a few of the recyclable materials used to construct the 20 different outfits.
Seeing the new unique materials that everyone's using, every year it's so different, so I'm really excited for that. It's really cool, like people usually think it's not much work into just making something, but like recycled garments especially is a lot harder because you're working on something else. So like, I think it's really unique and probably a really good first show to go to.
Another aspect of the Runway Rubbish Fashion Show is the promotion of Recycle Mania through the interactive lessons with the audience about the do's and don'ts of recycling on campus. By salvaging scraps thrown out at home, work, and school, these student designers transform trash into trendy fashion. This has been Brittany Mangold for the Beaver News.
And what better way to honor the recent Corvallis plastic bag ban? This year, every designer was encouraged to create their garments out of only 100% recyclable materials. To enter the show, each designer paid $5, which goes to the club to help run similar events. Recycle Mania continues this week as we compete against U of O for the greatest number of recycled material per person.
But not everyone is as thrilled as these students are with the new plastic bag ban. The law passed late last year that is actually making life harder for some Corvallis businesses. For smaller stores, this bag ban will go into effect July 1st. This 6-month gap was implemented to give the city time to make changes and see how the policy affected the community. But while positive effects are still predicted, there are still skeptics. A local Corvallis group called Voters for Effective Environmental Policy has been gathering signatures for a petition to put the matter back to a vote. The New York-based American Progressive Bag Alliance noted that this ordinance, quote, will hurt consumers' pockets and push them towards less sustainable alternatives, end quote. However, until the anti-bag ban movement picks up, this ban will continue as other Oregon cities start to make the shift to more reusable alternatives.
Envision your tomorrow with the 27th Annual Career Symposium. This event is presented by the School of Design and Human Environment and will take place tomorrow, February 7th, in the Alumni Center. This event is geared towards students in the areas of apparel design, interior design, graphic design, and merchandising. Design industry professionals will be at this event to network and share with students. This event will be a great way to prepare students after graduation and giving them the opportunity to listen and learn from the industry's best on how to enter the professional world.
For the past week, we've been talking about ways to get yourself up and moving. From climbing stairs to raking leaves and even running from class to class, there are so many ways that you can get exercise without going to the gym. Another way you can get active is to join the Beaver Strides, a student organization that helps students make and maintain exercise goals. This week, we took a trip to Plageman Student Health Center to ask Adria Godin-Bynum a few questions about Move-It Mondays.
So the way that it works is, like I mentioned before, it's 6 weeks long. Once you register, you receive a tracking booklet and a pedometer, which are free for you to keep. And what you do is you record how active you're being throughout the day. So you get the pedometer, you wear it all day, you get to constantly kind of check in with yourself and see if you're hitting the amount of steps that you've set for a goal for yourself, or perhaps the recommended steps from the Surgeon General, which is 10,000. And at the end of the day, you want to record your steps in the tracking booklet. In the tracking booklet, there's also a section if you want to do other things other than walking. So say you play tennis or want to go bowling with some friends, you can earn steps that way. So there's an activity conversion chart, which also counts towards your total daily step count. And the nice thing about it is you don't win prizes by being the most active, because that would be really difficult. We have people in the program that are marathon runners and people in the program who've never been active in their life. But then we also provide one group activity a week, which is our Move It Monday walks. And that leaves from Student Health Services at 12:05 from the front of the building. It's a guided walk that I usually lead or one of my colleagues. And we walk for 45 minutes, which is really cool because you can earn about 5,000 steps on just your lunch break, which is about half the total recommended steps that the Surgeon General recommends.
And along with the exercise programs, Beaver Strides offers peer health advocates who promote positive health changes. These include Up to You, an education-based prevention which teaches students about the effects of alcohol and drug abuse. Everyone, which is a peer-based sexual violence prevention volunteer program, and a nutritionist who students can meet up with to get advice on living a healthier diet. These are just some of the programs that are offered at our great on-campus health center, and to learn more, you can visit their website at studenthealthoregonstate.edu.
Last week, OSU began their month-long food drive, Race to End Hunger. This event ran through January 28th through March 1st and is designed to raise money and awareness for the Lynn Benton Food Share. Last year, OSU students and employees raised almost 650,000 pounds of food for the cause. The nonprofit agency's OSU benefits include soup kitchens, food pantries, daycare centers, emergency shelters, and more. With the recent economy downfall, food prices have gone up and donations are more crucial at these times. Donations can be accepted by writing a check or by cash donation through your department's food drive coordinator. In response to the recent assaults on and around campus over the past month, a town hall meeting was called to discuss what resources are available for students and Corvallis community members.
The meeting was held at LaSalle Stewart Center and was hosted by the Women's Center, the Department of Public Safety, and CARDVA. Beaver News reporter Mary Johnson has the story.
We hope to address kind of some myths about sexual violence. We are hoping to create a community dialogue about how we can better care for each other and what OSU is doing to affect prevention and recovery for survivors of sexual violence.
Students and community members came together to ask questions and voice their concerns about sexual violence on campus.
My question is,
we had a chance to talk to some students and ask them what they thought about Tuesday's meeting.
Yeah, I think this town hall was extremely effective. It brought to light a lot of issues that the community needed to hear, definitely with the assaults that have gone on campus. They really highlighted the fact that we need to look at assaults as, instead of like, oh, how could a woman prevented this from happening, but more like looking at the abuser and responding to it, that we need to change perpetrators' behavior and that this is not okay.
I think the panel did a pretty good job, especially on the spot. With these kind of questions, they don't know what to expect. So they also did a really good job of, if they didn't quite answer my questions, they provided me with resources to get more information, so that helped a lot.
This is Mary Johnson reporting for KBVR Beaver News.
And before we end tonight's broadcast, we're going to go to our special guest, Emily Berkey, for a look at local music news.
Hello, Corvallis. I'm Emily Berkey with your music news update. Let's start with what's on the radio. KBVR-FM, Oregon State University's student-run radio station, will be hosting Dre C, a Portland MC, during this week's Sunday night hip-hop slow jam show. Dre will be premiering and discussing his newest project, Underrated But Dedicated. Tune into this Sunday night from 10 p.m. to midnight at 88.7 KBVR-FM Corvallis and hear the whole interview. Sasquatch, one of the biggest music festivals in the region, is coming just around the corner, and the lineup for this year's show has just been released. Don't have tickets? KBVR-FM will be giving away 2 4-day passes in an upcoming contest. Like KBVR-FM on Facebook in order to learn details about the giveaway. Are you an avid OPB or NPR listener? Are you interested in telling stories regarding what's happening on your own campus in an innovative way? A new position has opened up at our FM news desk, and our FM news director is looking for an assistant news director to help with the Orange Report, an off-the-wall daily newscast that covers all things Corvallis. If you're interested in the position, stop by the KBVR-FM offices in Snell Hall to apply. And now to TV. KBVR is home to many different kinds of shows, from news to sports and even music. This week, our award-winning music show, In the Pines, will be presenting concert footage of Portland band A Happy Death, as well as an in-studio session with band Ninja Turtle, Ninja Tiger. This week, In the Pines will also be talking with Cloverdale, an up-and-coming country band. And finally, Locals Live, KBVR's live concert show, is going to be bringing in special guest Ask Her in Gray to perform in studio this Friday night. Make sure to watch the premiere of both shows this Friday night starting at 5:30 p.m. right here on Channel 26.
Well, that's all the news we have for you tonight. I'm Brooke Chrisler.
And I'm Emily Berkey.
We're glad you could come join us tonight, and remember to find us on Facebook, watch us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter @Beaver News. Have a good night.